There are so many people out there who are studying openings instead of learning. There are so many people out there who are studying openings instead of learning how to win the game. In other words, if you are studying the London or any opening variation, how much will that really reward you toward winning a game versus learning specific strategic methods, maneuvers, plays, or honing your endgame skills toward pocketing further points and thereby gaining rating points? I couldn't just play what I wanted to play in a position. I had to play what the position dictated. In other words, if a plan was organic to the position, it succeeded. But if I try to force my will, let's just say like the 4-move checkmate, then it cannot possibly succeed against the death of Tigran the Trojan. And on that particular Sunday, a young man walked into my establishment and told me that the world champion was dead. It was a Sunday morning. The Sunday morning Herald had the article in it, which he showed me, and I was so shocked. And I asked him, how are you so interested in chess? And he said that his father was the champion of the Berkeley, UC, California chess club. And that morning, I began playing him for 25 cents a game. And if he won, he would get the whole roll of quarters, which would be $10. And after about 3 games, I decided I had had enough, and this could not last. And I said, why don't I just teach you how to play the game? At the end.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. It is definitely a slow morning here as we get started. Somebody's up for a mat situation, obviously. So, an interesting predicament as I was attempting to stream every day in a row, but I did not have Wednesday morning on my stream schedule. So therefore, did I really miss a stream if it's not on my stream schedule? That's a good question, right? I don't believe that I missed the stream if it's not on my stream schedule. Let's turn that up. So I believe this is still stream number 5 or day 5, however you look at it. In the World Cup situation, and I don't blame anyone if they're watching the World Cup. I'm afraid to turn on Twitch because it'll blast. Honestly. Nope, that's good. It's not blasting. That's good. But the World Cup situation is dire for many players. Many players it's dire for it. Let's take a quick peek at what's going on in the broadcast situation for the World Cup. So as it turns out, oh, scared me there, as I thought that sound Of course, nobody's moving when I need them to. I think I saw it being caught on the audio capture. Or was it? Was it caught? Was it a fiction of my imagination? Ron, good morning. How are you, bud? So Ron said something and he did not get his shout out, and I need to fix his walk-on. I need to put that on the to-do list. Return to Blarp to fix the walk-ons. It was too good to be true. It wasn't it wasn't bothering me at whatever moment. I'd set up walk-ons for several people. I'm wondering if the others are not able.
SWE said, "It's okay."
It's thank you. How's your son doing? Everything is good? I would hope. Delete just window sound. I wonder if that sound. I still didn't get a chance to see whether.
SWE said, "Yes, the car is okay."
That's good. What kind of a car is it? I'm trying to think of like some really cool car that can be worked on, because you can't work on the modern cars, like a Dodge Charger from 1972.
Said, Saab 95.
Very good choice. Very good choice. In 1995, I think James Bond had chosen the Saab as his new car. The Turbo S9000. I think it was. I could be wrong. I absolutely could be wrong. So I was just determining who's still in. Like, for example, Jose Martinez, Alcantara, and Aronian automatically moved on without having to do today's tie breaks. But these are the tie breaks. And then there was one other person that moved on without the use of tie breaks. I'm trying to remember who it was. I would have to go back to the previous round to remember who it was. Laquan Liam, I think. Laquan Liam. This is all round 4, game 2, tiebreak 1. This is just game 1 of the tiebreak. What is the time control here? Well, these guys are done. That doesn't help. Oh, I apologize. This is game 1. This is game 2. And I think I noticed that unless I'm that late for the tie breaks. Hold on here. Oh, and Nordabak Yakubov, he moved on. Donchenko moved on. And the people who won in the first round moved on, which would have been or the first game. It's tough to say. In any event, we have tie breaks among the remaining 11 boards, I believe. There were 5 people, or I should say 4 people. Let's see, there were 16 original of the 32, right? 16, so 5 people graduated and are already on to the next stage who are resting. And, oh no, Aragazi beat... Let's see what this was. Peter Lecaux is white. He's almost always a traditional E4 player. To hornswoggle him on the black side of the Ruy Lopez is something. So this is a classical Ruy Lopez deferred. And after C3, not on G to E7, we're incorporating the Cosio type stuff. E takes D4, C takes D4, bishop to B4 check. Then we have all of this and more. Let's go with the master's database instead of the player's database. Or even, as it turns out, I need to open this in a new window so that I can adjust this. So right now, this is like a pseudo martial gambit, with black having the ability to be able to recapture with the queen. I need to go to
Pegasus SWE said. I think they should have tried to make a station wagon first, not the regular sedan model, then they had to shut down car production, but now we have the weapons industry for Saab.
the weapons industry for stuff. That is true.
Why?
Namaste, Ron. Namaste.
Pegasus SWE said. Money.
Indeed. Indeed. Let's return here for a moment. This is so strange. I thought I'd solved this issue. I really had thought that I'd solved this issue. Of what game was being sent or viewed when. In my let's close that. And then we'll head back to our John Árnason arena. Over to the broadcast. So I had a dream last night about adding the Grandmaster title to my name. I haven't had a good chess dream in quite some time. In fact, I just moved a bed here into the office. That was the weird part. I'd gotten a new bed. There's no way to get this sofa out of here at the moment with the bookshelves on either side of the wall. This sofa will not leave this room without a massive moving of books. So, you are awesome. First person up. Good morning. And kick is working, by the way. Let me get back to the kick is working. We're going to continue with the French for the moment. I did have a dream about a different scenario. Where is my cloud bot? There it is. Money. Yes, now we have it on top. Need to close that window. Fix the connection.
Said.
Morning. Sloth Bear Anonymous.
That was loud.
Well, evening here.
Oh, that's interesting. We'll gambit it. We'll continue the gambito. So how do I wish to continue this? Not too badly. Hopefully the desktop audio is working just fine. Yes, yes. And now that the queen is on that square, that's a very unusual square. He is attempting to trick me, perhaps. Now I have no further recourse. Or do I? Maybe rook to c8 would have defended d4 better. Maybe. We'll see, though. Yeah, I lost some time. But maybe I can make up for it. Depending on how it goes. Yes, yes. Again, rook to c8 was probably a better option. A much better option. Rather than putting pressure on this particular pawn. Only for a minute. So here, there. Where am I headed? And what does it all mean? I'm afraid we do need to try to get rid of your queen. As it turns out, we just need to play safe and sound here. So now, knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes. Not a big fan, but we'll try it. We'll see what we get out of this deal. Knight e7 was probably better. Interesting. Yeah, I'm blundering left and right. Blundering left and right. I'm trying to increase the odds of him having some technical difficulty here between this and that. I didn't want his queen to have anywhere to move. So bishop takes, queen takes, bishop takes. He can ruin my pawns if he would like to. I don't mind. Should have gone the other way, maybe.
Pegasus
Maybe.
said.
Just
I am
maybe.
sad that my old dance competition partner has passed away. You can believe it. I'll see if I can go to the memorial service on Sunday at the dance club.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's not cool. That's really, really not cool. Interesting. What can I do about this? I don't know. It traps my rook. I don't seem to have a choice. let's remember that we have bishops of opposite colors. We'll see what we have got to give for. Oh no. Yes, yes. Am I just mated? It looks as though I'm mated now for sure. I'll let him finish the job. Maybe he didn't do it.
Four, 3, 5, 4, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Why couldn't I move? My screen wouldn't move. That was so weird. Oh, because I was pinned. I apologize. I'm not awake yet. Or coffee. Bishop e8, bishop d7, rook h1, d4. d4, move my king. Try to run for it. Something along those lines. I was definitely mated in the previous one, though. Definitely mated in the previous one. While those games are going on, I'm not going to get a new opponent. Let's see what we need is black here in the e6 department.
Yikes, M1 missed, I'm dumb.
You
Hard
did.
seems
You
that-
missed it. I recommend to my students to do the puzzles themes. This is a common exercise that I recommend quite often. There's no such thing as a hard maiden one. But in case you are missing something, doing 100 checkmates in one at the hardest level, 100 without making a mistake as quickly as you can. Time yourself. It's like an advanced form of the woodpecker drill. So in the woodpecker, you learn the tactics, and then you have to execute or re-execute the solving of the exercise really quickly. And in that manner, like for this one, I actually want to save this one to my pawn mates because it's so disparate that it's protected from all the way over here. Unfortunately, you don't gain any rating points for these. Unfortunately, just don't gain any rating points. Where is my chess base? I have to fire up chess base so I can save this properly. We're going to go to share. And once chess base is up, then I can do it. Let's see if this guy saw it in the game. Did he see it in the game? He at least saw it in the game. That much is true. So in an event, let's share. Oh no, I'm sharing the wrong position. Cancel. I have to go back one move and share this one. And that way, while it's saved, I can return to the arena. So for those of you who missed the philosophical debate prior to anyone arriving, this is the 5th day of streaming in a row, even though it may seem like I did not stream yesterday because of billiards going until 1 o'clock and past that on a Tuesday night. I do not schedule a stream for Wednesday morning. So keeping a streak means that that particular day is a day of non-streaming. So I don't think it should count against me. I'm just not here on Wednesday mornings. It's not in my stream schedule. That's all there is to it. Jerry Goose, good morning. I think I'm still going with F4 as much as I don't like it. What are you up to, sir? Interesting, interesting. That is pretty cool, I have to admit. It's a rather precarious anti-bird, if there ever was one. And now for something completely ridiculous. I remember I did something really good in the last encounter we had in the same exact line that Jerry Goose likes to play. But I do not remember what it was. That has to go. And I seem secure. Secure in my chess playerhood. Let's see. He has more to go. Let's do this before he has a chance to reinforce this at all. Yes, that's exactly what I thought he might reinforce. So therefore, I can't allow that to happen. We can note the pawn on c5 was defended by a tactic. Put it simply at that. More coffee. Yes, yes. I am attempting to get there. Do I wish to just mess up his pawn structure nonetheless? Or does it matter? Let's play a precarious move. We will play a precarious move. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't part of the plan. That was definitely not part of the plan. Darn it. I should have gone with the first part of the plan. But I changed my mind. Can I get there from here? I guess we'll see about this. The plan still seems to be in effect. The plan still seems to be in effect. Here, there, and yonder. Oh no. Let's just batten down whatever hatches we have remaining. While I try to figure out a course of action that can extract myself from this mess. Mm-hmm. Oh no. Bummer. Losing another pawn. I don't like it one bit at all. Yeah. Running out of time. Starting the day really, really rough. That was so sad. Very intriguing equalization tactic. Good game, Jury Goose. I don't even know what our score is. I think you're +2. Really? I'm somehow +1. I vaguely remember you having the better of it. Routinely.
That's the first game out of the 5 we have played that I'm happy with.
Haha.
Im up eins.
I'm not happy at all with
Because
it.
I have 2 accounts.
Yeah, I assume that you might have 2 accounts. I have 4 or 5 accounts, but I hardly ever use the others since I've started streaming. Bishop takes, queen takes, knight d4, queen f2, and this is the move that I thought you were going to do right away.
And my desktop one.
Ah, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. So a4 to prevent any funny business, and possibly to move my rook, so that this knight cannot move with a surprise and take my queen. And then knight e2 anyway. And everything remains the same. The song remains the same. Could you have just taken right away? Knight takes b3, a takes b3, knight f5, king h1. Yeah, I think so. I think you could have done that for a good edge. And I was expecting you to play knight on h to f5
Yeah,
first.
I have known c5 was a dubious move.
You had the option to keep the piece play in action. We're about to run out of time in this arena. In fact, we already
Begins
ran out of
G4
time in this room.
with the complications.
All right. I also want to test with your help the layout for the later tonight Society Billiards. Let me just take a look here. Save this to the right thing. I assume that I saved it to Chessable Holding already. The Society Billiards wild card draw that will be taking place tonight. So here, oh, it's interesting that with the lights on, the Master Chess Dojo logo above me, I guess that's not so bad. What do we think of this layout? So in this particular layout, I will be bringing up the percentages of the teams that are up for the wild card draw. And we can see that I have to actually make this a little bigger so I can read it. Lucky Bastards was in last place. You can see it on the right-hand side. Lucky Bastards is in last place and gets only one chance. Balls Deep will be getting 2 chances, aka 4% chance in the wild card draw. We're Feeling Lucky is getting 3 chances, Ace 4 chances, Jekyll and Hyde. That team will get 5 chances for an 11% chance. 0.05 will be getting 6 chances. And with Curb Your Enthusiasm, my team, we lost on Friday. I ended up losing on the hill. Not that I could have saved the match at that point. When 16%, 18% chance for Angular Momentum, and then Angle Management for a 20% chance. So it's intriguing and fascinating that these are. Then we're going to move on to the next stage. I wanted to see if the chat box was working. It looks as though it's working. Was it working on our end as well? So the chat box very small. Where's that chat box? I can hardly read that chat box. I'm glad I was able to see it now. Thank you for helping me test it. I'm going to pull this apart. Pull this down. Maybe pull this one over. I assume that those are the actual borders. But really, you can still barely read it. So maybe it's better if it's on that side of the table. Alexa, turn on Dojo. I would normally be leaving at this time. So maybe the text, if the text is black, you can't read it. The text is, I think I'm going to need a little bit of a
Pegasus
darkened
SWE
background behind it.
said, "Are the pool tables the same size as in Europe?"
Well, these are 9 feet by 4.5 feet. So, Alexa, what is 9 feet in meters? Or are they called 4.5?
It equals 2.74 meters.
So 2.74 meters long. So what's going on? Oh, the opacity? Maybe it's the opacity. If I can find the opacity of the chat box, body background color 000. I need a very light gray. That's what I really need. Let's see if I can find that light gray color. Text color. Is that going to do? Trying to find a background for the chat. But the chat just went away, so I can't test it. One more time. One more time. So, we are going to give our friends a shout out again. To see if that command comes up. It does not. That is good. Unfortunately, it comes up 3 times.
Pegasus SWE said, use 80 in black color on the text.
80%. Yeah, there we go. There's an idea. There's an idea. Thank you. Where's that chat box? Let's get back to the chat box. And, oh, you're right. I need black color on the text. And the background color, it doesn't seem to budge. Why is it not budging? It's not changing anything. Font size isn't even changing anything. There's something strange going on. Font size was at the minimum, which was 12. We could increase the font size to 14. And the text color, I'm just going to leave it at exactly black for now. And I don't know if I have an overriding chat box thingamajiggy somewhere. But let me just see what happens here. We're going to do an EXP. Oh, that EXP didn't show up in the right place. It has to be this EXP. Okay. 80% black. You are onto something there, though. I chose 2 black. So let's try this again. In a very gray area. I can't quite see it. It's not giving me the percentage, but it is. Try this again. Multi-stream chat. We're going to do chess informant. We're going to do Iceland, Singapore, Reykjavik, about and about. Where did the multi-stream chat go? Oh, there it is. I needed the about in that one. For whatever reason, it's not coming out. Oh, unless I close this. That's the 80% randomness. Interesting, right? I may need to change the text box
Pegasus
again, but at least
SWE
it's working.
said, I have worked in graphics, but you have to be able to read the text and tone down the background image, so you only see 20 of the image color range.
Yeah. I don't wish to lose the pool table, because when we go to the wheel capture window, so these are going to fall away after the introduction to the stream, and then where is the wheel? Where's my wheel? 1 second. I created this wheel. There we go. So we have the wild card draw, and I plan on separating, such as the 9, right? Oops, not that one. So that they can see that they have 9 angle management, 4 angular momentum, and 4 angular momentum for a total of 8. My team is going to get 7, 3, 1, and 3. We have 0.05 with 6. Jekyll and Hyde with 5. Ace is going to have a solid 4. We're feeling lucky has 3. Balls deep has 2 chances, and these are all reflected in the text at the right. And then lucky bastards. And you can read them around the ace. We're feeling lucky, balls deep, and lucky bastards has this one right here. That's their one chance. And then the test run, as we shuffle, I'm going to hit that shuffle a predetermined number of times, perhaps some prime number greater than 11, and it will shuffle these randomly, and then we will hit this. And I don't know if you can hear the sound of the drums. Can you hear the sound of the drums? There's a drum roll. I hope I didn't waste my good luck. As my team wins the test instance. That's not good. Oh, but then again, I have a huge block. The drums are louder than my voice. Oh, no. Where do I change that? Video capture device, because I don't necessarily know the desktop. There's no desktop audio. So hold on, let's check the settings. Customize. During spin, drum roll, volume. Okay, there we go. Thank you for that. We'll turn it down to a nice 25%, which should be half of what it was. That's still pretty loud. What do you think? Should I go down lower? Should we attempt to test it one more time? We're testing the volume of the drum roll. If this is okay and acceptable. At the same time, this is a really great wheel. I think I may use this wheel on my stream for things to do. I've wasted all of my good luck. No, I don't want my team to win in the practice. This is not good. It should have been angular momentum, but I love the fact that this changes color to break any ties, right? Isn't that a great feature? Baba Pro 456. So it's still louder than my voice. Is that a new message? Yes, please. On Kick. Okay, let's try it. You're just trying to trick me into I like the number 14. That's a good luck number. I don't want to waste all of my good luck here. All right, one more time for testing the volume control for later. One more time. Angular momentum, Jekyll and Hyde, angle management, balls deep. But don't worry, it'll be shuffled by the time. And of course, this time, the red angular momentum is going to win. How is the volume level that time? I'm keeping this layout, by the way. for the Society Billiards. And I'm hoping that when we do the draw, I will not only take away the shuffling on the right-hand side, but I
Pegasus
can actually...
SWE said. Like an old drummer when you were in your teens, the drum roll would slow down as the wheels started to stop and end with a cymbal hit.
Oh, I unlocked the wrong one. I meant to unlock this one. No wonder I couldn't do it. I want to centralize it this way. That way, there's more pool. The cymbal hit and end with it. You want to get the last 50 points by beating you? 1,950 points. What are we talking about? All right, last call. This is, of course, the test before shuffling. So that's strange. It's still in that same general area of the board, but when we shuffle, we won't know. And we just have to make sure that when I do shuffle, that all of these include on this side, because it seems to be weighted a little bit, whatever the time is on that side of the board. We're going to have to make sure that it's weighted, that it's completely random on that side of the board at the very least. I'm going to test it one more time to make sure that that's not the case, or I'm going to change the amount of time that it spins to make it even more random. That may have to do. See what I mean? It's coming up on the same side of the board. But this time it came up a little short. So when we hit the shuffle, so is it moving down to the point where it's going to be here? That is interesting. Let's customize this. And let's give it an odd number like 50. And we'll test it this way. This is actually quite a good test because then I can see where it ends up. And if it ends up on the same side of the wheel, I'll know this wheel is defective. Again, it seems to be coming up on the same side of the board, even with 50. I don't like it. I guess it all depends on the shuffle now that I think about it. I don't like it at all. Customize. How about if we spin it slowly? Subdued applause. Okay. We're going to try spinning it slowly. We're going to see if that changes it at all. It does not seem all that random. Maybe it's meant for... I guess it really depends on the shuffle, as long as it's a good shuffle. Ah. Yes, please. Less entertaining to just assign numbers and use a random number generator with the appropriate range. Well, in the old days, when we only had 12 teams, and I was only doing, let's say, 4 teams or 5 teams, I could use a deck of cards, basically. There could be the 9 of hearts, 9 of spades, 9 of diamonds, and 9 of clubs for the 4 for the 9th place team. The 10th place team would get 3, the 11th place team would get 2, and the 12th place team would get 1. And it all worked out. So I would use a
Pegasus
deck of playing cards.
SWE said, new idea spin and have opening theme Eco 78.
I like it. I actually have a 20-sided die and or I should say a 10-sided die and a single die and an ABC die with 2 on the C because the kids like the E4, E5 opens more. So on the dice, it has A and E on the other side, B and D on the other side, and C on the opposite ends of the other side. So I have a die that can roll C and the 10s. Like a 10-sided die would be 70, 60, 50, 40, 0, 0. And at the same time, it would be the 1 through 8 die for the 10-sided die, single-digit die. So yeah, I'm going to give Yes Please the thought on the random number generator because this does not seem so unbiased. I'm going to use this for today, but I'm just going to have to trust that the shuffle happens well. And we'll go with that. Alt. Close or hide. And this picture was taken during the last round of playoffs as well. And the socials. Oops. Control C. Love Control Z. Love, love, love Control Z. Yeah, I am going to shuffle them. Yes, I have the shuffle button right up here. And I'm not going to do it now because I want everyone to see the shuffling when it happens. They can do this always seems to eliminate the spaces on the right-hand side. Oh, sorry. As you can't see it. Yes. So yeah, the shuffle button, and I'm going to include the spaces on the right. Whoops. On the right-hand side so that the counts can be seen perfectly for the number of names in the wheel. Yeah, then I will hit the shuffle button 17 times. Oh no. Clear the list. Yes, I have tried it with a variety of things. There's a very cool one, by the way, that I was using. The wild card percentage. There it is. This one, for example, does a percentage of the wheel. So I'm going to give the players an option of this one as well, because you know that you have 9 times, 6 times, 5 times, etc. That didn't really help. But in any event, you can shuffle them like this. And I haven't done any work on it, as you can see, to reduce this, or I didn't even change the color of that. I didn't do much work on this particular video. I've really changed angular momentum more than anybody. So now that we've seen that angular momentum comes up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that we're in the middle of Jekyll and Hyde, and angular momentum here. Wait, did I shuffle it? Did it change the colors? It did change the colors. Angular momentum is now red, yellow, yellow, red, green, I could shuffle until this one hits either Balls Deep or Lucky Bastards, which would be the lowest percentage of chances. And then we spin. Because with all the names there, seems like it's rigged. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be higher or lower. But we are just going to go with the shuffle tonight. That much is true. I had not noticed that anomaly at all. Let's try a much slower amount of time. Oh, this one's 20 seconds. 30 seconds, 10 seconds. Let's try a really random number. That could do it. We're going to go with 42 seconds, the answer to everything. The answer to everything. So we're going to shuffle, 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 shuffle. We were on Balls Deep, but I'm going to wait until it reaches Lucky Bastards. Oh, was that it? That was close enough. I think when it's within a, there it is. So now we'll shuffle. We'll see what happens. If it comes up on the same side as Lucky Bastards again, I'll be happy if it doesn't. It did miss Lucky Bastards by a lot, so 42 seemed to help. So it looks like I'm going to need to choose the number that it goes to. All right, so that helps. That helps a lot. Under the customize, we could change the number between 42 to 39 steps, perhaps. We can go with 53, the year Casino Royale was published, 1953. Or 1957, the year that James Bond appeared first on media, video media for television. There we go. So we're in the middle of angular momentum. Green angular momentum. Not that there's another color of angular momentum. This was 53. Let's see what it does. We don't know. Well, okay. As small as the other slices are, this is much better. We don't know where it's going to end up at all. And the team with 5 entries or 11% chance is the team that wins it. Let me customize this one to be the same as the other, because they may choose this one, whether we choose to spin slowly or not. Appearance. We need the pointer changer color. We want the center of the wheel, the image of the size is extra small so that it's all names and nothing else. I could change the wheel background color image, but when I do that, believe it or not, it loses all of its. This is just ridiculous, right? Isn't that terrible? That's a horrible choice. One color per section is the only way to do it. All right, everybody. Let's save this one as the wheel percentage. And
Pegasus
I didn't close
SWE.
the... Song, sing, sing. Bye. Are we done for the day? All right. I know that Lichess has probably irked at me because I'm not on Lichess at the moment, and I'm still advertising Lichess. So we're going to finish with Lichess because we
Pegasus SWE.
shouldn't have been anywhere else.
Jazz.
Jazz, right? Very cool. Sing, sing. The piece, I would refer to it as the piece Sing Sing, the musical piece Sing Sing, the jazz piece Sing Sing, 12 minutes long, the last 2 minutes, Gene Krupa, yes, Gene Krupa. Have you seen the movie Collateral with Tom Cruise? Heavy jazz-based movie, a lot of jazz-based trivia. Tom Cruise absolutely loves jazz. You can, I think he mainly chose this movie because he gets to do he gets to work with jazz artists. So what is going on with my title up there? It looks so small. Anyway, rather than worry about that, we are going to send what few viewers we have over to the World Cup with my good friend. I would like to call him my good friend. Collateral. I'll put it in Netflix show suggestions, things to watch. That's what I'll do. Let's roll those ending credits.
Collateral.
I've been working on it. Oh, so I have to exclude myself. Yeah, it's under the shows, film suggestions, streaming suggestions. I posted one yesterday for Death by Lightning, the story of President James Garfield, which is part of a quote that he actually uses in the movie when discussing the possibility of needing security as the president and the possibility of assassination. And then everybody, have a super great day. Thank you for being here. Cheers and ciao.